Hello, Happy New Year. Welcome to 2024. And yes, let me answer the first and most obvious question. Yes, I am on my kitchen floor. That's because I'm going to be going through my gear list for 2024, doing a gear review. Now, the weather outside is awful. Inside, it's not so bad. So, it doesn't matter. We're doing a gear review. It can be done inside, outside. So, without further ado, I'll kick it off. I'm going to work from left to right. On the left, we've got bigger items like the rucksacks, that kind of thing. And my cooking system, and then we'll do some of this nitty gritty stuff in the middle, and then we'll finish with probably the most important part, the sleep system. Right, so first things first, you've got to have something to store all of this in. And for that, I've got a OEX 70 litre, expandable up to 80 litre rucksack. I've had this now for a good 6-7 years. I bought it for my Duke of Edinburgh's and it's done me very well. If I am, however, going on a small hike, not necessarily staying over, we have a Quetcher 30 litre bag. I've had this probably 15 years at this point. It's doing very well. Right to the bottom of my rucksack, I keep these. It's just a pair of Regatta waterproofs. You never know when you're going to need them. Essential piece of kit. And then for the walking boots, I just use a pair of Carrymore boots. I can't remember the actual name of them, but they're decent enough. Moving on to the cook system, I use a Trangia. It's very good. I believe it's a 27 litre set, so that comes with a kettle and 2 pots and a frying pan to actually eat stuff with. I do have a knife, fork and spoon set, but I'm missing the fork and spoon at the moment. But no worries, because I also have, which you may have seen in my videos because I like showing this off, a RNLI spork. Very lightweight, very handy, very good to have these. Really, that's literally all you need, and that weighs maybe 10 grams between the two. For eating, I've got I think it was Cedar Summit actually. Lightweight, I think it's aluminium, I'm not sure, maybe stainless steel. Bowl and plate set, and they just keep together with this nice elastic band just so it doesn't rattle too much. In terms of actually cooking with the Trangia, I've got a little spirit burner, which is powered by a 1 litre methanol carrier, secure bottle, I don't know, whatever you want to call it. So that just has methanol in that I pour into the spirit burner and then it burns. Now it's all well and good actually having a fuel source, but if you can't light it, then it's no good. So I keep them in this waterproof bag. I have a flint and steel and 2 boxes of matches, because you never know when one box of matches might get wet suddenly. We'll move on to a bit of navigation now. I like to be old-fashioned. I've got a few OS maps. I've got quite a few of them. I just thought I'd show 2 of them off. I do also have the OS Maps app for my phone. That's very good. I do tend to use that as well. Compass. I always recommend going out with a compass. You never know when your technology is going to fail you. So just having a map and a compass can save your life. And talking of just in case of emergencies, I just carry a bit of twine. It weighs next to nothing. So it's just useful. You never know when you're going to need it. Carrying on with the theme of emergencies, we have a mini first aid kit. It has all your regular stuff in. It's got a little bandage, plasters, stuff like that. Bug spray, honestly, lifesaver. Mosquito wipes. Antibacterial wipes. And these are quite cool. I recently discovered them. Adhesive stick-on body warmers. They're really good for the winter. And then just some washing up liquid. And a emergency blanket. I also have an emergency bivy bag, but I can't find it. Hiding over here is a hand warmer, pack of 2 actually. Same again, more useful in the winter. You never know when you're going to need it. Can sometimes be the difference between a comfortable night and a non-comfortable night. In terms of utilities, I've got a Swiss Army knife. I've got a couple of variations of this, but this is my main one. But then I also have 2 of these. These are quite handy. They're just credit card multi-tool kind of things. They fit nicely in your wallet. In terms of illumination, I've got a USB-C powered head torch. It's got a couple different light settings, red and red flashing in case of emergency. So yep, it's also got, see that top button's kind of gone blue now. It's got a sensor mode. So if there you go, turns off. And back on. How cool is that? One thing I missed when talking about the cooking system is I just have one of these enamel mugs. They're quite lightweight and They store a lot of drinking, and they're just really cool, to be fair. And then I usually carry 2 of these, although they are a bit heavy, so if it's lightweight kind of that you're needing, I would recommend just any plastic bottle usually does, to be fair, but these are just a bit sturdier for those longer camps when you're going to be going over a bit more rugged terrain. Alternate water carrying source is I've got an OEX camel sack. I'm really not a fan of these. I used to use these a lot. They take up a lot of space in your rucksack. They're not easy to use either, so I've really gone off of those. So then, clothing. Let's start with footwear. So I've already talked about my walking boots. I typically use just a pair of pair of Carrymore walking socks. They're all right. For shorter hikes, I use a pair of these ones. They're just outdoor socks, I think these are called. Both of them aren't that great though. I need to really figure out this in 2024 because I am getting quite a few blisters with these. For the summer, I just carry a lightweight Nike cap. Now, you may be asking, why have I got sliders? Well, for the longer hikes, I put those in my rucksack because when you get back, there's nothing better than taking your boots off and just walking in them for a bit, just give your feet a bit of air. Alternatively, in the winter, you could just take a pair of trainers, lightweight trainers. And just kind of for warmth, I've got kind of a thermal jacket there. So I believe this is a Trespass one. Very good. Really do recommend that. And then I've just got a pair of walking trousers. I picked them up from Tesco's, I believe, for like 20 quid. And honestly, they're brilliant. They're elasticated, nice sturdy material, proper decent zip pockets. And then obviously I'd normally carry a hat, scarf and gloves. Before we move on to the sleep system, the tent and the kind of sleeping bags, the exciting stuff, I just thought I'd point out, it's always good when you're going on your own to just bring some kind of entertainment. So I usually carry a book. I'm not actually reading this one at the moment, but I've already shown this in a video, so I just thought I'd show that. Pack of playing cards, honestly, that can fill a good hour or so. I'd also usually take a notepad. That's always a good idea, just to maybe write down some thoughts or whatever. So anyway, sleep system. Ooh, just before, I have got a Mountain Warehouse towel. This is, as you can see, it's quite a big one and it folds up to the size of this and it weighs, I'm not going to guess, but it is light. It's light. And then, if that's not small enough, a little tea towel size towel. Look at that, it's brilliant, it's tiny. That's my hand for comparison. It's brilliant. And I've got big hands. So, in terms of the sleep system, I use a Hilleberg Nalo 2. It's an old tent, it's a very good one. I got this tent for free. If you're interested to how I got that, then check out this video that I will link in the description and also possibly in the top right corner, if that's still a thing. Sleeping bags. Now, this whole section is something I want to improve in 2024. So I've got a brilliant 3/4 seasons. I say it does 4 seasons in the UK. It's fine. I've never had a cold night in this. It's brilliant, but as you can see, it's incredibly bulky. So that's not really good. It weighs a lot and it takes up a lot of space. And then on the opposite side, I've got this tiny one. It really is tiny. The camera's making it look bigger, but trust me, it's tiny. But this is only really you could cope in spring, but it's really a summer sleeping bag. I like to call it a glorified bin bag. So the problem is I've not got anything in between. So that's something I need to invest in for kind of spring, autumn kind of time. And then this is another big area I want to improve. This is my sleeping pad. It was a self-inflated, and I say was because it doesn't work anymore. You have to manually blow it up, and it goes down about 3 times a night. But to be fair to it, I've had it for near enough 15 years. So 2024, I've actually decided what pad I'm going to be buying. It's a Cetus Summit Comfort Plus insulated one, but that's quite expensive, so I've got to do a bit of saving. And then this is I've seen this in my videos if you've watched any of them. It's literally just a blow-up Lilo pillow. It's actually got a nice fabric layer on one side, so it doesn't slip on your sleeping pad, which is great. This costs like all of €2, I think. This is what I used to use as a towel, kind of outdated now because I've got these tiny ones. But it doubles up as a nice blanket, so if I've got space, I'll sometimes chuck it in, and it's a bit easier to dry with this. But it's a quick dry one. Toiletries, don't need to show you that, you know what that is. Last but not least, camera gear. So I keep all my cables, and I'd normally keep this in there as well, so this is my portable charger. I've got a couple of portable chargers, this is a big bulky one. So all my electronics kept in there for filming. These are little wireless microphones, they're brilliant. And then I film on my phone, I need to get something better. What I've been using to film this whole time, it's just a tripod that extends up to about 1 meter. It's not that great, it blows over in the wind. Again, that's something else I need to improve. So that was my gear list for 2024. I hope you enjoyed this little review. If you did, maybe leave a like and subscribe. I'm going to be posting quite a lot of hiking and camping videos this year, so yeah. And maybe leave a comment about some gear that maybe you use and that you'd recommend, because I'm looking to upgrade this big time. So thank you very much. Have a good one. See you in the next one. Bye.